Hello and welcome to Module 3. This is entitled Desire, the Starting Point of All Achievement. Napoleon Hill describes desire as the burning fuel of all achievement, and the likelihood of success in any venture or any achievement you're attempting depends on the strength of your desire. There's different ways of describing this burning desire, but enthusiasm is a good way to describe it. Which has also been described as faith in action. You've got a burning desire to achieve something, and that's what drives you to make the choices that you do, to have the faith in your ability, or allow others to have faith in your ability, dependent on your enthusiasm. Enthusiasm radiates out. There's no question that it attracts others, it attracts resources, and it's quite infectious. When it's controlled, of course. Some people can be too enthusiastic, but it requires a degree of strength of feeling that, speaking for myself, I felt was quite unusual and had to be encouraged and developed. There is a certain amount of learning of enthusiasm when you realise you have got a purpose and you have got something that you really want to achieve. This course, for instance. And it requires a certain amount of clarity on your desires, that you've got a definiteness of purpose, that you have plans and you know how you're going to achieve those things, versus if you don't have this burning desire, then you end up with a life of lacks, poverty, failure, and it's definitely something I equate to, again, perhaps a bit later in life than maybe is ideal, but I think once you've got an idea of what you want to achieve and what you want to bring to the party and what dent you want to make in the universe, then you can use the burning desire, and you can feel that in terms of when you think about what it is you're trying to achieve. I've included here a little visual that comes from a SlideShare presentation by a chap by the name of Ryan Alice. Now the SlideShare is called Things I Learned in My 20s, and I have to say it's a humongous SlideShare presentation. I don't know how many hundreds of slides are in it. It's worth a look, but the one piece that I've pulled out is the visual that you see there, which is Ikigai, life's purpose. Now, looking at the visual, you'll see that there are 4 circles intersecting, and at the very centre is a little star, which is the Ikigai, Japanese word for purpose, I believe. Now, the 4 circles are what you love doing, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at. And it's worth having a look at that and thinking to yourself what those things, how those relate to you and what you are attempting to do. When you have the what you love doing and what the world needs intersection, you have your mission. When you have the what the world needs and what you can be paid for intersection, that's vocation. When you have what you can be paid for and what you're good at, the intersection there is your profession. And when you have the intersection of what you're good at and what you love doing, that can be your passion. And all 4 of those things, when they intersect, that's where life purpose springs out. I've also included a little short list of questions, which I actually can't remember where I came across them, but they're useful 9 questions to ask yourself, and you'll see the visual up there. And there's also a little MP3 that goes along with that visual, so you can have a wee listen. And I've also included a copy of one of Napoleon Hill's definite chief purposes, and you'll see a little visual of that, and I'll quote it. It's, "I will earn $100,000 a year because I will need this sum to carry on the educational programme which I have outlined for my School of Business Economics," end quote. Napoleon Hill also noted about this because there is a story to this definite chief purpose, and he asked the question in addition to that was, what would have been the difference, if any, had the declaration read, "I will earn and receive $100,000 a year," because I think he actually did the work required for the School of Business Economics, and then the person who was meant to be paying him stiffed him for the $100,000. So he did the work and he achieved the School of Business Economics, but he didn't actually receive the $100,000. So a little bit of irony in that, I think, when he reported that. Now, for the action steps for this module, Desire, I'd like you to read the supplemental notes that I've made from Think and Grow Rich on desire. There's an exercise that Napoleon Hill included within Think and Grow Rich entitled Method by which desire for riches can be transmuted. And it's 5 steps of what to think about and look at while you are working out the desire you wish to transmute into riches. There's another exercise I've included also from a chap by the name of Vic Johnson, who's also done some work on Think and Grow Rich and has achieved a deal of success. His piece that I've included there is 5 steps to create more in the next 90 days. And that's a useful exercise to kind of work through. And there's another exercise from Think and Grow Rich, which is described as how to get the exact position you desire, where you're looking for employment, a job, and it's quite a different approach to, quite an innovative approach to getting a job that you really want, a job that may not at that point exist, and it's a very valuable piece to look at. And the last exercise is the Best Self Journal's 13-week roadmap questions. That's a 90-day journal. They emphasise the idea of not having a yearly target, but having 3 monthly targets, which are easier to achieve and more likely to achieve as well. So it's worth doing that list of questions from that Best Self Journal. And that is all the action steps for Module 3.